Hey guys, it's Joseph, and today I'm going to be talking about pacifism. If you're a pacifist like me, you are a good guy. Uh, you are one of the heroes on Earth, and you are opposed to violence and things like that, violence and murder, and yeah, so today I just wanted to get into pacifism. If you're a pacifist like me, how to practice pacifism, how to be a good pacifist, how to be a very strong pacifist, and how to not become a hypocrite or become a, um, just not a good example. You want to be a good pacifist, and how to really practice pacifism. Pacifism obviously is just being like a really good, nice person. So it means we're anti torture, of course. We're anti harassment. We're anti bullying. We're anti mocking. So we don't bully people. We don't harass people. We don't try to, you know, we do, we're just really, we're really good people. So what we want to do in life is to practice it throughout whatever we do, to practice it. Of course, we don't really need to, like, maybe, but we do. So, you know, let's not get that wrong. So these are my absolute best things on what to do if you are a pacifist and you want to live as a great pacifist. These are the things that you want to do. Okay, so I mentioned before, those things were anti this, were anti that. That is true. So, also, another thing about pacifism is that we're anti war mostly, right? So, you try to not do war. So, what you want to do as a pacifist is to avoid the military and you want to avoid the police because those careers are just entrenched in violence and murder. So, or if you have someone, a friend or a parent that is in the war, has been in the military, has been in the police, you should honestly just leave them. Leave them, go live with someone else, go get adopted. Do not live with someone that's in the police or the military. Bad idea. Obviously, that's not what pacifists do. I'm saying that we're different, right? We're pacifists, right? We believe in peace and, for the most, like peace, right? So you don't want to be involved with people that are in the military or the police. I could also say there's more, but that's kind of obvious. The CIA, the FBI, the Secret Service. You don't really want to be involved with any of those because we're pacifists. We don't really think like that. We're very nice. We're very kind. We're very sweet. We don't like blood and we don't like things like that. So what I recommend you do is not to be with them because those people are not going to be really good to you. So I recommend you leave their presence immediately and don't look back. If they're a friend, say you don't want to be friends anymore. If they're a parent, say that you want to be adopted. If they're you're someone you have to meet with, keep it to a minimum, keep it to necessary. If anything, switch out of there, go to a different replace. Do not stay there because those people are very mean and those people are not pacifists. They probably do not like you. You need to be peaceful. You need to be cool. So you need to learn how to get those people away. All right. Okay. So that was one. All right. And then the other is sports. So there's violent sports out there that we don't do. You probably don't already do these sports, but just to um, be more clear, you don't want to do football and then you don't want to do fighting or UFC. These are not really good. These people, they really like violence. It is very messed up stuff. You probably don't even like the sports already. It's probably terrible to watch. If you're a pacifist, you probably can't even watch it. But maybe you can. Maybe you love it. Maybe you. But it's something I recommend you try to get off of. As is, I don't think it's a very good idea at all, like at all, to watch that stuff. That stuff is like really messed up. Do not participate in those sports. There's other sports that are violent. There's also like rugby. Rugby's kind of violent. Football's violent, and then of course UFC is violent. So don't participate in any of those sports. Martial arts is pretty violent as well, so you can stay away from martial arts as well. But stay away from those sports. Unless no, not really. I don't really have an excuse, but just stay away from those sports and don't be a consumer of that type of media. That media is really messed up, and those people watch it are kind of fucked in the head. So do not stay away from those things. Those people are fucking crazy. Okay, so next, another thing to practice, right? So what we want to do is to watch and read shows and books that do not have violence and murder. So this means no action. This means no thrillers. This means no fantasies. This means no mysteries. Things that include murder and violence. This is what we want to stay clear of. These things will produce all types of bad thinking processes that will lead to nothing. Okay, as a pacifist, you don't want to be bad. You want to think clearly. You want to think with your head, and you don't want to consume things like that. That's not a good idea, honestly, because you might meet. It's just bad. So don't stay clear of those. And then same thing goes for games. You don't want to do games that have violence, murder, blood in it, right? Okay, stay clear away from those. Those games are commonly Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto. Stay clear away from those games. Rainbow Six Siege, CS:GO. Just stay clear away from those games. Those games have a lot of violence, blood, and murder. You do not want to meet a murderer. You do not want to be killed. I would stay clear away from those games, and I would stay clear away from those shows that have violence, blood, and murder. And then I would also stay away from the books that include, action, thrillers, mysteries, fantasies, as they all have murder and violence in it. And we're not about that. And we're not really, we think very differently, okay? And I think when you consume so much violence, it kind of messes up your head, and then you're not able to really think clearly. You're not able to maybe take on the world's problems and see it in a very clear way because you're thinking so much of murder and violence, and perhaps all your anger is going into the wrong places. And I just want to help you guys out. And then also another thing on top of that is music. So you don't want to listen to rock and you don't want to listen to metal. Those genres contain a lot of murder and violence. They're always talking about murder and violence. So you want to stay clear away from those. You do not want to consume those as they are very bad. Those people are not good. You want to stay clear away from them. Those people are very savage. Rap music as well, very savage shit, very murdery, killy, harassy, bully. It's really nasty. You don't want to fuck with rap music. Don't fuck with rock. Don't fuck with metal. Any music that includes murder, violence, hints murder and violence and harassment and mocking. Stay clear away from those. Those aren't so good. So yeah. So yeah, so you know how, I pretty much went over a lot of things, but you know, that's how, you want to practice pacifism. Um, yes, it can be a little hard to practice this at first, but a week, 2 weeks, you'll be able to cut off these things and, be able to perhaps make changes in your life that are very substantial and get you away from bad people, just and learn to cut off bad people that are involved in these things, who consume these things, because maybe they might kill you, they might kill somebody else, they could kill someone innocent, they could, you don't know. So this is my recommendation on how to live as a pacifist, as a good person, as a peaceful person, as a hero. This is my opinion. There are times when you do may have to do something, violence or fighting, but I honestly don't recommend it. But honestly, yes, sometimes there is, and so I do encourage, defending yourself, defending others. Yes, it's fine, but you don't want to go, owning over the top, and also you don't want criminal history. Yeah, you don't want criminal history as criminals usually aren't so good. You might get mixed up with the wrong people. You don't want criminal history. There's a lot of bad people in jail that are way worse than you. Pacifists do not want to be in jail. They're very peaceful people. People in jail, they're usually not like you. They're probably really mean. Don't try not to get criminal history. You're nothing like those people. Even if you do go, you're not like those people. Don't try to even make friends in there. Don't do anything in there. Those people aren't your type, most likely. So I would just stay clear away from them. Don't talk to them ever again, and try to stay clear away from fighting and violence, because that's what most people in there are about. But yeah, so I went over many things. Um, um, so yeah, and then also of course there's being vegan. That's just obvious, and then being vegetarian. Um, that's obvious. But yeah, so I think I went over just about most of it, if not all of it. Just about how to stay clear away from people that like violence, murder, and then also how to be peaceful, how to practice it. Basically, don't consume those things. Just consume things that are different. Consume things that are off from them. Yes, it's a little interesting, but yeah. So you know, please think, please listen to what I said today, and please practice it in your own life. As I want you to be safe, I want you to be happy, and I want you to be successful. So please practice these things, and please take it to what I said. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next video.